Good evening. Welcome in Delhi UPC Editorial audio program. New House, New Ways, The Times of India. Save the Summit. Now the full editorial. New House, New Ways, The Times of India. How to add meaning to the new addition to India's governance architecture. A grand ceremony and sharp political rhetoric greeted their new parliament. If the splendor and high-tech amenities reflected new ambitions, the war of tweets and statements pointed to a bitter political divide that can act as a drag on the ambition. So, as our MPs get ready to work from a swanky new office, they and even more, their party leaders must ask what use is India's new house for India's new house for India if it can't house thoughtful civil debates and pass scrutinized law that make things better for citizens, which is to say, it would be tragic were the ways of the old parliament carry over to the new one. It is not much of a parliament when the din of hoots and hackles and raised fists, chairs and mics are what make news. Debates that belong to parliament play out on social media. Speeches suitable for election rallies are made in the house. The 15th Lok Sabha set a record as the least productive in terms of hours it met. BJP, then in opposition, believed obstruction of parliament was a democratic form of protest. The 17th Lok Sabha is often criticized for hasty lawmaking without enough debate, due diligence, or discussion. If Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are Parliament's heart and mind, parliamentary committees are its nerve center, deliberating year round, scrutinizing bills. Yet, too often, bills are not sent to committees. In this Lok Sabha, barely 30% of the bills were sent to committees till monsoon session 2022. This number was 27% in the 17th Lok Sabha. The 15th Lok Sabha sent 71% of its bill to committees. A country as vast, is stratified and complex as this, an economy that will be the third largest in the world within the lifetime of many MPs, must be governed by laws that have had the benefit of many close and diverse looks. The new parliament must resuscitate, resuscitate the tradition of parliamentary committee being prime player in lawmaking. The onus lies on parties, those who attended the ceremony and those who didn't, to make the new parliament in a meaningful way. But as per the well understood concepts of parliamentary democracy, the biggest onus lies in the governing party. BJP, and especially BJP's leadership, must therefore make the first move on reviving India's old parliamentary culture in which debate and decorum coexist happily. The party has accused the opposition of dishonoring the new parliament. BJP must show it knows how to truly honor the splendid new addition to India's governance architecture. Save the summit. It's 70 years since the ascent of Mr. Everest. The climb is still a challenge. The bigger challenge is ecological. 70 years ago, when Tenzing Norway and Edmund Hillary made the first official ascent of Mount Everest, it was understandably heralded as a great achievement by the entire world. Reaching the 29,000 feet peak took extraordinary tenacity and teamwork. The following decades would see more men and women like Japan's Juko Tebei in 1975 and India's Bishendri Pal in 1984 likewise overcome the uh, inordinate altitude and psychological and physiological barriers and before heroes, but that collective scene began to veer away in the 90s as commercial expeditions took off. Indeed, images of traffic jam and garbage mountains that have gone viral in recent years bury the larger public that were mountaineering was once an ode to the glory of the Everest region. It is now an ecological threat. The Hillary sentiment that it is not the mountain we conquer but ourselves is of course as valid today as in 1953. Why should human feel the pull of one of the planet's greatest physical and mental challenges and any less today? The more profound challenge, though, is to preserve this imposing landscape for future generations. Climate change is unpredictable X factor, but being kinder to the Himalayas is a choice human can make. For Nepal, which is celebrating the Hillary Norway achievement on a scale where people's life and opportunities have been dramatically transformed as a result of that ascent, the recalibration will not be easy, but it is necessary. Just as it is necessary in the Indian Himalayas, which two are reeling under over commercialization and overcrowding, with Joshimat being just one of the worrying flashpoint. If the romance of the great mountain is the endure for tourists, they have to do their part too. As the axiom goes, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints. Thank you.